For this example 4, we're given two terms that are in an arithmetic sequence, T10 and T15. We're asked to find the common difference, which we've called D, the first term, which we've called either A or T1, and then the general term in the explicit form. The way that we do it is this. We need to rely on the general form for an explicit formula, which is the first term plus D lots of, or our common difference, times n minus 1. So looking at what we've got for T10. So T10, 100 is our term, and that is equal to A plus D times 100 minus, times 10 minus 1. So 100 equals A plus 9D. Looking at T15, 175 equals A plus D, our common difference, times 15 minus 1. So 175 equals A plus 14D. Now there's a variety of different ways that you can solve it. You can solve it by substitution or elimination, whichever method you prefer. I'm going to make A the subject of each of these equations. So therefore A equals 100 minus 9D, and A equals 175 minus 14D. From there, because these are both equal to A, we can set them equal to each other. So we can conclude, therefore, 100 minus 9D equals 175 minus 14D. And you can see now that we've got one equation with one unknown, which is D, so we can work it out from there. So I'm going to add 14D to both sides. Negative 9D plus 14D is 5D. I'm going to take 100 from both sides, and 5D equals 75. Divide by 5, so D equals 15. So that's our the first thing we've been asked to calculate. D, our common difference, is 15. To find our first term, we sub it back into either of these two equations, because A, our first term, is already the subject of those equations. So we sub D equals 15 into, in fact, we can write it as when D equals 15, A equals 100 minus 9 lots of 15, so A equals negative 35. It's worth doing a little check. So do a little check when D equals 15. We sub it into the other one. A equals 175 minus 14 lots of 15, which you should calculate to be negative 35 as well. So our A value equals negative 35. Now that we've got our A and our D value, we can put them together in our general term. A reminder that the general term is Tn equals A plus D outside of n minus 1. So Tn equals negative 35 plus 15 outside of n minus 1. We expand and collect like terms. So Tn equals negative 50 plus 15n, or you can equally write it Tn equals 15n minus 50. And that's it.